All right. Well, hey there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Anita here. I am here representing as a rare disease advocate, and this is Rare Disease Lecture 18. Yay, Lecture 18. That's so cool. All right. So, first of all, I want to say thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your energy with me to watch this lecture. I want to thank you to let you know that I appreciate you for taking the time to be with me and watch this lecture. And I hope it serves you well and adds value to to your ears, to your eyes, to your heart, to your mind, to your soul. All right, so I just hope that this is it serves well. Well, this lecture I want to talk about beauty defined. All right. And now, first, I want to just say that, when I was a little girl, I remember sitting at a table looking through a magazine, and I'm looking at this model, I'm looking at this picture, and I'm thinking, wow, I wish I could be as pretty as that. Because, see, beauty is defined by society. And society, what is a collective consciousness? Now, a collective consciousness is an energy field. And we know that energy, everything is energy. Energy is the capacity to do the work and the ability to change things. Energy is the movement of frequency, how often, velocity, the speed, and the vibration, the measure, the high and the low. And collective consciousness, which is an energy field, is made up of the citizens of the society. Now, I looked in the dictionary and it really said, let me read this, as beauty, a combination of qualities that pleases aesthetic senses, especially by sight. Okay, so aesthetic senses, that's something that is inside of us, that we have individually, that we um, that we own, okay, that is ours. However, that which is ours has been really, really influenced by the societal definition, and that societal definition has caused harm. It has caused harm. We have a community of bulimics, people losing weight so that they can be within the definition to that defining beauty. We have rare diseases, conditions, syndromes, and disorders where it can change the way a person's skin, change the structure of the person's anatomy. And because of this, a lot of, not everyone, but because of this, millions of people are influenced by our definition of beauty, which again, I say causes harm. We have people that because their skin may have changed, because the structure of their anatomy has changed, they have become isolated, depressed, self esteem goes way down. Why? Because how we define beauty and how and our behavior, what we think of beauty, and then our action to others. If we see someone different, if we see if we see someone that looks different from the way beauty is defined or normal, if we see people that look different than what is considered normal as defined by society, as defined by us, you know there are, again, people that we have either been affected our own self, or we have collectively caused harm because someone looks different, and because they feel that person I'm not going to say feel, if that person experiences the emotions that they are different from others, that they are being judged, because we do, We do. We judge. We scorekeep. If a person looks different in our mind, we may not say it out loud, but in our mind, which is energy, it's a thought, and it produces things by behavior and action, whether subconscious or conscious. Okay. Now, my thing is, and we've all done it. It's just, praise God, I believe many of us have come to recognize what we've done and say, you know what? This isn't cool. Because I'm one of the those of you who know and who don't know that I'm the founder of the Tap Into You movement. It's all about enhancing inner peace so that we can increase the peace on earth. That's not going to happen as long as we have these scorekeeping attitudes about, oh, that oh, that person looked different. Look at that person. Oh, look at him or her, their skin. Oh, somewhere this or that, as opposed to acknowledging or understanding that whatever place or whatever, however our skin or the structure of our body being, um, if we feel we need to lose weight or gain weight, whatever that is, whatever is in the moment, it is beauty because it's how we're looking at it, and we're not influenced because society is a serious peer, a peer which has powerful influence. So I'm just saying here that even I went to an incredible Silence the Violence march Saturday, and even the brother, Dr. Umar, his message was about how silencing the violence out, as far as I'm not going to get too much into about how misinformation and miseducation and different things like that, because he's a doctor in psychology specializing in schools. Well, even he mentioned about beauty and how we need to change our appetite for beauty. We need to change our appetite for beauty, and I just found, I said, now, this is a Silence the Violence Peace March. And even his message was, as long as we stay in this, in this definition of what we create, because a friend of mine, she's, we become what we create, and we created this thing. We created how beauty is to be defined. We talk about that and what happens when we're looking different. If my skin is different, if my structure has changed somewhat, how is that? How are we embracing diversity, belonging, and inclusion? Because we're not. Because we're scorekeeping on somebody because they look different, because things have changed. That is not inclusion, diversity, and belonging. And I even want to share something. Those of you who know, I've been wearing my hair clean shaven for several years now. Well, I decided I want to grow my hair back. Well, my hair is growing nicely on the sides and the back. But if you can see, do you see that? Do you see that? How that's how it's growing back a little, because I'm a herbalist, so I made some type of recipe, and prayerfully, I think it's working just slowly. Now, I know by me doing this, showing this, okay, I know that someone watching this may say, dang, she shouldn't have shown that. Dang, I wonder what she's showing that for. She'd keep that to herself. Scorekeeping. You know what I mean? But my point is that this is beauty. Whatever, I'm beautiful. If I have a head full of hair on top, I'm beautiful. If I don't, I'm beautiful. I'm no longer defining my beauty according to society. And there are so many of us are doing the same thing. This is what's going to help increase the peace and all of that. You know what I mean? Now, of course, and I'm showing this on purpose to say, now at some point I'm going through a little process where I want to add some more hair, little hair on the top of my head, because I just want some more. But I'm doing this and showing this because I want to make sure self-awareness is a beautiful, powerful thing. I want to make sure that I'm going to get this covering, this temporary covering, not because I'm trying to hide something, not because I'm afraid somebody's going to talk about me, not because of that. I'm doing it simply because I want more hair on my head. That's the difference between the lightning and the lightning bug. So, I'm just coming on to say that we really need to, as a collective consciousness, we really need to pay attention to how we define beauty, like even seasoned adults, old and gray, and we're scared to get these wrinkles because now we're not going to be beautiful anymore. Society determined that, but who's society? We are society. So we have caused ourselves a tremendous psychological, emotional harm, and we need to really come to grips with that and change it so that there can be work toward peace, inner peace, outer peace, happiness in our global community. So I just wanted to come on. Let me see if I have any other notes. Yeah, I just wanted to just come on and just share that we really need to be careful. And I want to ask you, how much um I'm just looking at some notes here, and I don't know, IP. Do I have? Okay, I just want to just come share this message that, some of you may say, well, that's, this, what has this got to do with rare disease? It has everything, because everything deals with self-awareness and self-esteem and how we value ourselves. And again, our society is one hell of a peer has peer pressure influence, and we create this peer pressure influence. So why not can we create something on a more grateful and positive platform and be cognizant? So anytime, 'cause we all do, I've done it, like I said, I've done it, and to look, if we see someone and then have that immediate judgment because they look different, because quiet as is kept. I shared with somebody, like here, this is thinning. If we all had thinning at the top and a few had a full head of hair, they would be considered different. They would be considered different. We would be considered the normal. So it's not the thing. It ain't the thing. It's how we've been programmed to process it, digest it, believe in it, and act upon it. Okay. So I have some this is one is I found some quotes here from this is from the A Course in Miracles, and it says, every brother, I'm quoting, it says brother, but every person, every brother has the power to release you if you choose to be free. So every brother has the power. So every person has the power to release me if I choose to be free. So first, I got to choose to be free and not let this societal definition, influence me in determining what makes me beautiful. Okay. So in order for me to be free, yes, the brother has the power, the person has the power to release you only when you're ready, because that release is going to come organically, naturally, because once I free myself, then that in and of itself has no power. That has no power. And then another one, Rumi, I love this one. Rumi says, I am not this hair. I am not this skin. I am the soul that lives within. If we can just really start, living and being brothers and sisters to each other, recognizing what they say, that namaste simply means the divine in me, or the light in me sees the light in you. And if we can really start really paying attention, being cognizant of that, because that's going to also bring up, self-awareness is everything. I'm telling you, hey, you know what, it just is. So I just wanted to share this message, and I hope it resonates. I hope it resonates with you. um yeah, because this is I have witnessed and seen how our societal view on beauty has just devastated people, and that's something we created. That's terrible. We need to change that. We need to um let's grow up and be mature. Yes, we can still enjoy childhood things, but we don't have to be childish and scorekeep. All right, so we know that the journey in self-recovery is absolutely beautiful. And I hope you know so beautiful. Both he and she, so are you. So what are we touching? We are touching on the truth that we are human and divine. And within our imperfection rests perfection. All we got to do is tap into it. And however, the flaws or imperfections or whatever, it is all beautiful because it is. Simply because it is. All right. Blessings, peace, and love. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for taking your time, sharing your beautiful energy with me and sharing this moment with me as I speak about let's redefine what beauty is and just let it be. Let it be. Let there be peace and let it be with me. Let there be love and let it shine forth from me. All right. Blessings, peace, and love.